Winnie the shark. It's a male because it has claspers.
So Winnie also has oil on his skins due to not having a swim bladder. The oil is secreted from the liver, and that's what helps him keep his buoyancy. So it goes from the liver to the skin, and that's why he has oil.
So these are the pectoral fins, and these are the pelvic fins. These fins help provide lift to the shark, and they keep the shark from sinking down due to the weight of the shark, so it works as a counteracting system. This is the caudal fin of the shark. The top part is the dorsal, and the bottom part is the ventral. This entire fin works to propel and provide movement to the shark, and it's what keeps the thrusting motion forward. This is the anterior dorsal fin. This stabilizes the shark while it's swimming in the water and creates turbulence in the water so that it keeps moving forward. The caudal fin of a shark is called the heterocircle type of fin because it's asymmetrical, as you can see here. That they do have paired fins, as you can see here, here, and so these are the gills of the shark. Like most sharks, the dogfish has 5 distinct gills here. They are connected to the internal gills, and they are used to extract oxygen from the water surrounding them. These are the internal structures of the gills. You can see the feathery-like texture. Each one has its own layer. Water can actually only enter the gills while the shark is swimming because they are not flexible like other fish are. So that is why they say that sharks have to keep swimming at all times, because if not, they won't get the necessary oxygen to enter through. These are the eyes of the shark. They have very great eyesight and are responsible for receiving visual input. They connect to the olfactory nerve, which then sends impulses to the optic lobe in the brain. These are the nostrils of the shark. They're connected to nasal sacs inside of the snout. They actually detect smell by detecting chemical signals. The nasal sacs inside the snout trigger the olfactory nerve cells, which then send electrical signals to the olfactory bulb that is inside of the brain. So these dark pores secrete a jelly-like substance. The ampullae are bioreceptors, which means that they work to detect the weak electrical signatures of other animals. So these are the ampullae of Lorenzi. Most of the structure is found internally and is connected to a nerve inside the body. Here we have the main part of the central nervous system of the shark. This mushy part is the cerebellum, which then leads to the optic lobes of the brain, which then leads to the cerebrum, this main part right here. You have a good visual of it. These are the olfactory bulbs. This is one of them. We got there by actually cutting through the nostril. And this dark area here is the bulb, which directly leads to the brain. This allows for quick communication of smell to brain with chemical signals. So we actually cut through the grayish black material that we previously thought were the olfactory bulbs, and we found that there is the nerve connection, the olfactory nerve connecting right here, this little white portion, to the olfactory sac that we cut through the nostril. These two blue areas are the optic lobes, which are these two areas right here. And then this is the olfaction part of the brain, the olfactory bulbs, which are then these portions here. This is the lateral line. The lateral line detects water changes like water current, water movement.
Most important feature of the mouth is the jaw. The teeth further out are the ones that are ready to be shed. Are the functional teeth, and the ones further in the back are the new growth teeth.
So this structure right here that was cut right down the middle is the esophagus. You can see that it connects straight to the stomach. We actually stuck the probe down the mouth to locate the esophagus, and you can see the end of the probe is right there, connecting here all the way over here. The system of the liver producing the oil that creates the buoyancy is a unique characteristic and system to sharks.
It's the oil which produces buoyancy that we talked about earlier, and it secretes bile and digestive enzymes. This works as a food storage for the shark, lining inside the stomach, and it helps expand the surface area so it can digest its food. This is what was inside of the stomach.
Probably a fish.
The intestines help absorb the nutrients for the spleen. Serves as an immune system for the shark.
This is the pancreas, a very delicate organ. So the kidney filters the nitrogenous waste and connects to the ureter, which is this tiny little line right here, which then travels down and comes out the cloaca as well. This is the rectal gland, a finger-like structure. This organ is involved in osmoregulation and it excretes salt. Since most sharks do live in salt water, they need to maintain that balance within their body.
So this right here is the heart. If we want to look at the diagram. Okay, so in the heart, the blood would go through the double-lobed atrium. It's a very thin wall, so it would go through the atrium into the ventricle. And it would go from the ventricle to the conus arteris. Then it would go from here to the gills for oxygenation, then through the body, and then back into the double-lobed atrium.
This is the heart out of the body cavity. So these are Lenny's testes. You can see that the veins go from the heart all the way down. Very large structures. Turn into the seminal vesicle right here, this flap. The seminal vesicle is what has the sperm. The sperm then travels down and exits through the cloacal opening, which is right here, which come onto the claspers and then transfer onto the